Hi, me and my team is providing the solution for the Google Solution Challenge, and we are taking some problem statements for gender equality, peace, justice, and strong institution, as well as good health and well-being. Okay, so these are the problem it solves. No support system is there. Fear of speaking out for the individual is also there. Mental stress and suicidal thoughts can be there, and the legal complications. The user, these are the problems that user face normally. So how it helps the UN and the society of a solution. Okay, so our solution support UN SDG 5, gender equality, supports UN SDG 3, good health and well-being, SDG 16, peace, justice, and in strong institutions. So this is the overall feature of our application as how it works. Okay, so when the user visits our application, we use the Google authentication for the authentication purpose, and after authenticating it, we come to the dashboard. These are the features we are providing: chat support, community resources, as well as the events. We provide the events based on a particular location of the user, as we take the user location from the Google Maps, and based on a particular location, we used to suggest some events which are providing by various NGOs as well as government activities. Okay, so let's go to chat support once. So this is a chat support feature in which we are integrated various feature and use the Google Gemini API for chatting with the user, and the user response the Gemini suggests, we store them and train it for the language model. Okay, so based on a particular user, we store the responses and train them for the language model so that the users gets a particular specific response for them. Okay, we have also integrated the text to speech translation as well as the video translation and the microphone speech to text translation, so that various users gets benefited. Not only the chatting is going on, and the people who are not able to write or hear something, they are able to get these. Okay, so this was the chat feature. Another feature is the community feature. Okay, we are providing various communities online as well as offline based on a particular user location. Okay, so I told you we are trying to fetch the user location based on their permission from the Google Maps, and based on particular location we suggest the events that are going on in the society. Okay, so this was the community support. Another one is the resources. So these are the resources feature. Based on a particular response, the Gemini suggests we train a language model, and based on the language model we suggest the resources the user should read or watch. Okay, so we are using the YouTube for the videos and the Wikipedia for the articles as well as some news. So this was a resources feature. Another main feature is our emergency alert feature. Like, user can share the location to their chosen relatives or the parents, and if a user is in wrong location based on a Google map and the crime rates, we continuously monitor the user's location based on their responses. Okay, so after seeing if we get the sign that user is not on a good location, we try to send an emergency alert to the relatives so that user does not faces any harassment or any wrong activity that the user should not be facing. Okay, we are also taking the photos continuously from the users so that we can train a language model, and based on a language model we can generate the responses. Okay, so this was the main feature, emergency alert feature. So this is how application works on Google authentication. Okay, we provides the users based on the webhooks into the Postgres database. Okay, and for like user want to query some wants the answer for some query, they hit the AI chatbot, and from the Google response, Gemini responses, we train a language model based on a particular user's index. Okay, so we answer based on a specific user so that not multiple users get the same answer, as it will only become a Google to user response. So we are training a language model also. Okay, we are also providing the resources based on a specific user from the trained model. We are training using the Google Gemini as well as the queries provided by the users. We are storing the location, continuously storing location with the real-time monitoring using the Google Maps, and when we see if the user is in the wrong location or the crime rate of that location is not that good and very high crime rate, we used to continuously monitor that, and if they are in that location, we used to alert the relatives and the closer ones so that the user does not face any trouble. Okay, so this was our main application. One thing we are trying to add is like, based on a particular user, we are trying to suggest them the advocates as well as the various NGOs help, so that if a user faces harassment or mental torture or suicidal thoughts, they can visit them, and like they does not feel like they are alone in this. We are also with them or battling with them. Okay, so we will see how our application works. So let's go to our application. It provides the legal protection, mental health, and the community. Okay, on clicking get started. On clicking get started, we are here on the welcome back. And on continuing with Google, we are using the OAuth protection by the Google providing. On clicking continue with Google. Okay, so we have taken an fake account. Okay, so account name is this, and this is our dashboard. We are providing chat support, community, events, and resources. Okay, so these are some events you can see. These are some events which are organized by the NGOs, various NGOs, based on the particular location of the user, which is provided by their Google Map. Okay, some support services are there. Okay, and the helpful resources are there. First, let's explore chat support. So this is a chat support, and it also includes the chat to speech translation so that multiple users can make it interactive as well as useful. Okay, we also used the camera application as well as the microphone so that the disabled users can also interact with our AI support chat. Okay, so this was a support chat application, and now let's go to a support feature. So this is the support feature in which we have multiple videos so that the user does not feel alone and they can feel relaxed. Okay, so videos are loading. So these are some videos fetched from the Google YouTube API and based on the particular user where we train our LLM model and based on the Gemini response which we get from the AI chatbot. Okay, so this is the AI chatbot and the response which we train our model based on that particular response, and based on that particular response we recommend the videos. Okay, so the users can play this multiple videos as well as some articles are there so that user does not feel that they are alone or some mental illness is there. Okay, so we provide the videos based on a particular user. So next feature is a community feature in which we provide various community. Okay, so these are some various community discussions are there as well as some events like various NGOs provides various events in a particular location. So from a particular user location we use the Google Map API to fetch a particular user locations API so that we can recommend particular event based on the location of a user. Okay, these events are usually done by some schools, colleges as well as the NGOs. Next feature is a alert feature in which we takes the location from a user and also takes a photo from a user time to time so that we can feature some responses from the user so that we can get a particular idea like how the user is behaving, how is the mentality of the user emotionally, as well as from the face expression we can train a AI LLM model for the particular response for the user. Okay, so we can also share, user can also share the location, and based on a location the closer one or relatives gets the responses like how the user is performing if he is going somewhere particular location, and based on the location the user is, we try to fetch the user location time to time so that if a user is on some wrong location or like it's not safe for him, so we tend to inform the closer one or relatives that the user have given the contact numbers, and we alert them. Okay, so these are some emergency alerts based on that. So this was a useful application in which we are trying to help a user based on some specific query the user have, like emotionally, mentally, some harassments. We are also trying to contact them to various NGOs as well as the advocates so that the user and their families does not gets like they are alone in this battle. The app is also with us. So this was a solution for the Google Solution Challenge. Hope you like it. Thank you. Okay, so we are trying to use the text to speech translation so that various users can get benefited as they are some mentally not good, or like they are not able to type something or not able to read. Okay, so we have provided the camera for that, microphone, as well as the text to speech translation. Like I am sending something, I'm not feeling good, and AI is generating the response.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know it's tough when you're not feeling your best. Sometimes a little distraction can help. Maybe try watching a funny movie, listening to some upbeat music, or getting some fresh air. Do any of those sound appealing to you? Or is there something else you'd like to talk about?
So I am also giving some very like why not doing yoga? So good postures.
That's a great idea. Yoga can be really helpful for both physical and
And
mental
you
well-being.
can see the
Some good
AI
postures to
generates the
start with
response,
are
and we
child's
are
pose
keeping this
balasana
response
for
for
relaxation,
training
downward
a
facing
particular
dog with
language
Bhumi
model so
Pushpanasana
that
for a gentle
users
stretch, and
can
Patna
get a
Vidalasana
specific responses,
Marjaryasana to
not
warm up
like
the spine.
whole users
There
gets
are
the same
tons of
response.
resources
So
online and
that's
on
our main
YouTube if
feature
you'd
of
like
the
to learn
application.
more.
And
Just
we are
search for
also
beginner yoga
working on trying
flows.
to connect it with the various NGOs as well as the advocates so that if the user is mentally harassed or tortured, they can connect to the various advocates and they can help them. Okay, so how they can help them? Like we are providing the locations, and based on a particular user provides us location, and based on a particular location, like currently I'm in India, particular location, let's say Delhi. So user will see all the good advocates of Delhi in a particular in this application, and the location will also be shared using the Google Maps API, and user can visit and talk to them. So these are some useful features we are trying to build in our application and solution for the Google Solution Challenge. Hope you like it. Thank you.